Honda dealer.
Cold and blustery conditions tonight through Friday morning. Definitely dress accordingly. The wind chill will be in the 20s, and then by this weekend, we could even see some frost. Stay with us for all the details on your forecast.
Right now, on News Channel 6 at 11, the feast before the feast. How a local foundation is feeding the community for Thanksgiving. Also ahead, heavy traffic ahead of Thanksgiving. Look at the plans to prevent traffic jams. And Hurricane Helene cleanup continues. We'll have an update on the progress in Richmond County. Your news at 11 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 11.
Good evening, everyone. You're watching News Channel 6 at 11. I'm Graham Lee. Thank you so much for joining us. Coverage you can count on begins with Thanksgiving just 1 week away. The Brazzaville Magna-Gult Foundation, along with Augusta Recreation and Parks, is holding its annual Feast Before the Feast event today. Isabella Moody was there.
Feast before the feast, serving the community once again with more meals to celebrate the season of giving.
It's really hitting home for me this time because of the storm, Hurricane Helene. It's such a need. It's such a need. Food insecurities has grown. People have been displaced. So, I've been here helping prepare the food, get the tables ready, get everything ready for the people to come out and enjoy a nice meal before the holidays.
From this event starting as a potluck to now cooking for 3 days to prepare food for 7 different community centers in Augusta. The founder, Monique Braswell, told me she started this because of the need in the community and because it's all about giving back.
Seen a need to where there were so many children that weren't eating. See, it all starts with the children for me. I wanted to make sure that every child had a Thanksgiving meal.
After having to take a break due to Braswell having cancer, they are back 5 years strong, making this their 16th year of doing this event to continue to bring the community together.
The whole thing is about giving back. I don't care. You can be a millionaire. Come and get something to eat.
People who regularly use the community center were happy to have this event there because they knew the people there and were able to socialize while enjoying dinner.
Well, I met a few people out in the hallway, and I enjoyed talking with them.
Yeah.
A
lot of Henry Riggin folks, Like I say, it's my center. I've been coming here for a long time. I just like the people.
Organizers were happy to continue giving back to the community and multiple different community centers to be able to reach many. In Augusta, Isabella Moody, WJBF News Channel 6.
Time now for our first check of the forecast. Chief Meteorologist Jenna Petracci is standing by. Jenna, 7 days till Thanksgiving. What are you looking at over the next week?
A lot going on, Graham. We're very up and down temperature-wise, and of course right now it's very windy. That's our main focus. Right now the sustained winds are up to around 5 to 8 miles per hour, so not too bad. It's the gusts that are the main factor here, but even those are much lighter than they were earlier. For the most part, we're only seeing gusts up to around 20, maybe 23 miles per hour. The highest wind gusts are focused in some of our northern counties north of the interstate. Now, as we go overnight, it's going to calm down at times, but there's still going to be some gusts early tomorrow morning, up to maybe 35 miles per hour. So the National Weather Service has extended that lake wind advisory. And keep in mind that even outside of that wind advisory, it's just as windy everywhere else. The lake wind advisory pretty much just telling you wind gusts up to 35 miles per hour. If we had wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour, we would be under a regular wind advisory. But you can see here in Swainsboro, further down towards the south, our southern line county is not dealing with as high of winds. The flag actually really isn't blowing much at all here. Our almanac today showing we had a very cold morning. We were right around average though for this time of the year though, at 41 degrees. Check out that record low, 19 back in 1951. So we're at least not that cold. High of 61 today, but most of our day we did spend it in the 50s. The temperature change map showing up to around a 14 degree drop in temperatures in Allendale, 15 degree difference in Sylvania. Pennsylvania. 18 degrees colder tonight in Swainsboro. That means we're in the 40s pretty much across the board here. 44 in Wrightsville, 46 in Lincoln. Aiken, you're the coldest spot, only at 42 degrees. So you know what that means. Tomorrow morning we'll be seeing some 30s. Dew points are in the 30s and some 20s here and there. Very dry air mass in place with high pressure to the west of us. We're also watching all of this snowfall. This is as far south as parts of North Carolina. It's been a very snowy day across the Midwest. For us, gusty again tomorrow, frost possible by Saturday and Sunday, and then by next week, a little bit of a warm-up. I'll have your full Viper 6 forecast coming up, but back to you, Graham.
All right, Dennis, thanks. The Red Cross says home fires go up during the holidays, and a lot of times it's because of unattended stoves or candles. They say you should have 2 evacuation plans with your family from each room in your home. Smoke detectors should be installed inside bedrooms and outside sleeping areas.
Don't leave anything unattended on the stove or in the oven. I mean, baking's okay, but don't, broil anything in the oven, and don't leave anything on the stove unattended. Make sure if you have to leave the room for a reason that you turn off the stove. And you want to keep anything flammable away from your stove, like a dish towel, a wooden spoon. And you may want to keep your kids and pets out of the kitchen. They could be running around and bump into a pot, and it could start a home fire.
And the Red Cross says if there is a fire, to quickly get out, stay out, and immediately call for help, and don't risk going back for anything or anyone. Well, holiday traffic is inevitable with 1 week until the Thanksgiving holiday. Columbia and Richmond County traffic engineers have plans in place to make sure it flows smoothly. Hannah Latier explains.
Some of the busiest areas in Augusta during this time of year are Robert C. Daniel Jr. Parkway, the Augusta Mall, and downtown Augusta. Holiday shoppers are already seeing the traffic pick up.
And I'm out doing a little shopping, but I'm going to be very diligently and carefully trying to keep my eyes open, try to shop in the morning time, not in the evening time, keep my doors locked, and be very careful.
Hurricane Helene affected traffic signals in both Richmond and Columbia counties. All are working properly in Columbia County now, but it'll take about 6 months for AI to reprogram the traffic patterns. Traffic engineers will be adjusting timing as needed.
Redrawing the detection zones on the actual on the computer through the software to ensure that they're detecting appropriately, detecting all the cars in the queue appropriately.
Richmond County engineers are still working to get all of the signals repaired, but they are installing special timing plans a few days before Thanksgiving.
During the Christmas holiday, the shopping centers are the side streets, and we have to let people in and out more often than we normally would. So we adjust the signal timing so that the people that are on the side street or trying to exit, say, a Walmart, they will get the green more often than they normally would.
Osri has suggestions if you're wanting to avoid the crowds.
Definitely try to use alternate routes, and if you are shopping, just expect there to be a lot of people. Even though we do our best to make the timing adjustments and make sure everybody can keep moving, there will be some delay. So just be patient. Maybe try to get there a little early or go a little late. But yeah, we'll monitor it, and we'll do our best to make sure everybody gets to where they want to go safely.
And traffic engineers also want you to be cautious when driving to stores, especially with debris near the roads. He says all the traffic signals should be repaired within the next couple of weeks. Well, Augusta is preparing for an advance payment from FEMA for storm cleanup. The mayor is saying the FEMA has agreed to an expedited payment for the cost of picking up storm debris. The city is in line to currently get a payment early for that. An early payment of 50% of the cost of what's been picked up so far, as well as what's been expedited to still be on the street. It means the city will not have to wait on millions in reimbursement.
Right now, we've estimated our debris to amount to be 2.5 million cubic yards, which entitles us up to a $25 million fast forward payment regarding debris cleanup.
And what is that going to mean for the general fund balance?
It's going to mean a lot.
And meanwhile, commissioners taking steps to hire a long-term recovery consultant into the city and getting reimbursed from FEMA for all the storm-related costs. In South Carolina, the Charleston County School District is addressing the prevalence of substance abuse in their schools. They're working to educate parents about how easy it is to access drugs and hide them. Tobacco, alcohol, and THC vapes are some items the district are saying has become common. They can be found in places like gas stations, convenience stores, and even ordered online. Vapes and edibles may look like lighters, pens, or candy and chips bags.
Even though it's not our problem within the schoolhouse, it is affecting us academically, it's affecting the attendance, and it's affecting the emotional well-being of our students. So we're going to the streets to figure out how and why, and how we can work with these organizations to make sure that it's not being given to our scholars.
And that school district is continuing to work with agencies to determine how students are accessing the drugs, and are also working to bring in more educational programs. Well, coming up, Thanksgiving is right around the corner. We've been talking about it the whole show, how a local church helps people get the supplies they need after the forecast.
And this morning we had temperatures as cold as 35 degrees, and tomorrow morning we'll see more areas reach 35 degrees, some places even below that. Stay with us for more details.
The Live Viper 6 Skyview Network, sponsored by Terry Lambert Hyundai. Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Well, it's feeling like winter here in the CSRA with the cold temperatures, but it's really feeling like winter up here in West Virginia. So don't be alarmed. This is not the CSRA. We're not seeing any snowfall here, but this is a really cool view. Look at that. Wow. With the high winds, you can really see the snow blowing on our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam up there in the West Virginia mountains. The snow has been going on all day long in parts of the Midwest and the Northeast. We have this strong low pressure system with all this wraparound moisture producing the snowfall. Down here in the South, where we actually picked up on a little bit of snow in North Carolina, even as far east as Charlotte earlier, there were a few snow flurries. Here in the two-state, though, it's completely clear. It is chilly. We're sitting in the mid-40s for the most part. 45 in Sparta, 43 in Washington, Waynesboro 48, 45 now in Barnwell. Our winds are gusting up to around 20 to 25 miles per hour, so not as high as they were earlier today, but with the winds still up to around 15 to 20 overnight. The wind chill will be a factor really for the first time this year. We haven't really had to talk about wind chill that much, but this is the coldest air of the season, so it will be feeling as cold as around 23 in Saluda, upper 20s for the most part, so definitely bundle up for your Friday morning, and you'll need a heavy jacket throughout your weekend as well for any outdoor plans. We'll be around 35 degrees at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, feeling like the upper 20s. Plenty of sunshine to enjoy, though. So you can see here on our futurecast, there's really not much going on. All of the action is up in the Northeast here with that low pressure. High pressure building into the area for us, though, and as that moves overhead, we'll have calmer winds on Saturday and Sunday morning, which could allow for some patchy frost. Primarily on Sunday morning, that's when the winds will be much lighter. Now notice the low temperatures go all the way up to the 50s next week, so we are seeing a warming trend. We'll have highs at 72 degrees Monday and Tuesday, and then back to near average temperatures for Thanksgiving, which is now just a week away. It does look like Thanksgiving will be pretty cloudy and not a complete washout, but a few showers definitely likely. Now as we look at our forecast tonight, we'll be anywhere from around 33 degrees to 37 degrees towards the south. Highs tomorrow will be in the mid-50s everywhere. And here's a look at your 10-day forecast. So sunshine all the way throughout the weekend and next Monday as we warm up into the 70s, lows back into the 40s. And then we'll see those stray shower chances throughout the middle of next week and a few more showers on Thanksgiving. Now, special shout out to Homeschool Clubhouse at Rainbow Factory. I visited this awesome group today. Yeah, they were so much fun, Graham. I mean, this was a really cool place. They had so much artwork on the wall, you can see there. And they were also sweet. They loved learning about the weather. They were really, really smart. And something unique happened. I never had this happen before, where I had all these students give me these cute little drawings of the weather that they did.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, they're all so talented, so we've got a lot here. So thank you so much to Rainbow Factory in North Augusta for having me. I had a great time, and thank you, Brandy, for setting up this visit. Here you can see there we've got sunshine.
It shows you how creative these kids are.
I know, right?
Yes,
there you
look
go.
at that. Yeah.
That one may be my favorite, I have to say. I mean, it's a little scary, but
I'll tell you what, the future is really bright with the kids that are at these kind of schools. So just some creative artwork right there, and the future is bright, like we mentioned.
Yeah, great after-school program, and all the teachers were so sweet.
Look at sunshine. A lot of sunshine in the forecast the next few days for sure, right?
Yeah, that one may be me, Graham. It looks like we got a little meteorologist there.
That's so sweet. Thank you so much for showing that, because like I said, those kids are so talented. The Thanksgiving menu is off to a good start for hundreds in Augusta. There was a long line at Good Shepherd Baptist Church, and as folks turned out for some holiday staples, there was turkey, greens, and sweet potatoes available for next week's feast.
Hunger is real, and this is our way of helping the community and maybe doing something to ease that during the holidays where everybody want to have food and family and friends.
And a lot of people coming out.
A lot of people. I got here about 8:15 and they were already here.
And it's the 4th year Good Shepherd has held its turkey giveaway prior to Thanksgiving. Well, still ahead, President-elect Trump's pick for Attorney General. Well, coming up, Westminster playing Sherwood Christian for the high school state championship. Stay tuned for highlights from Statesboro and sports straight ahead.
Looking for a living room upgrade? 25. Only at Rooms to Go Kids.
The Coffee Club on News Channel 6, sponsored by Honda Cars of Aiken. Weather headlines on News Channel 6, brought to you by Hickson Roofing. Now, WJBF sports coverage you can count on.
Westminster traveled to Statesboro for the high school state championship, taking on Sherwood Christian. Both teams with perfect records on the season, going into the final round of the playoffs. At the end of the first, Westminster quarterback Levi Murphy goes long for the drive, and it's caught by Levi Ketterman for the first down. At the top of the second quarter, Wildcats have the ball. Murphy again finds an open man, and Abe Daniel is perfectly down there at the 1-yard line and comes up just short of that touchdown. And now on the one, the Levi's have it. Murphy swipes the ball to Ketterman, and he is in the end zone for the Wildcats. Touchdown. Sherwood beats Westminster 36-26, though, to win the state title.
Senior leaders, Levi Murphy and Levi Ketterman and Charlie Grinnells, really set a standard. Probably the winningest group in Westminster history, and to just set that standard for these young guys. Our freshmen really bought into what we were doing this year. I mean, we had 3 freshmen playing most of the game tonight, and got a lot of middle schoolers coming up. So it's their legacy will definitely be thought of on throughout the years as we continue to grow the program.
Westminster, nothing to hang their hats on. Congrats on a great season there. Now over to college football. Look at this. Pick six, rather. He takes it to the house. The Yellow Jackets strike first. Then NC State answers on third down. CJ Bailey, he escapes the pressure and bounces to the outside, and he is gone for that touchdown to tie up the game. The Yellow Jackets reach the red zone 2 more times, but they'll settle for 2 field goals to make it 13-7 at the half. Fourth quarter, Georgia Tech defense with another play picked off by Romello Height to extend their lead. A back-and-forth thriller here, and Georgia Tech, they actually hold on to win it 30-29. And speaking of football, you can still buy those tickets to the WJBF Border Bowl game. They're digital and cost $10 plus a $1 service charge up until the day of the game. On game day, they'll be $15. The Border Bowl game pits the best high school seniors from Georgia and South Carolina against one another. The Border Bowl will be held January 11th at 1 p.m. It'll be at Strom Thurmond High School in Edgefield County. Parking will be $5 cash, and you can get those tickets at WJBF.com.
Yeah, Border Bowl is fast approaching there. And also a shout out to Westminster. They had a really good season. Congrats on a great season for Coach Murphy and the boys. But disappointing loss, like you said, nothing to hang their hats on.
Nothing to hang their hats on. Right there, exactly.
Yeah. All right, we'll be back in a few moments.
It's the Get Holiday Ready
Online all the time.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. The Augusta Christmas Parade is back Saturday, December 7th. Kick off the Christmas season with an Augusta holiday tradition. It's fun for the whole family. For more info, visit rmhcaugusta.org. The CSRA's favorite news app is now even better, with easier access to local news, weather, and streaming video. Download the News Channel 6 mobile app.
Here's a final look at your 10-day forecast. Windy and cold for Friday, and then pretty much just as cold as we go into the weekend. The winds will settle down, though, and we could see some frost warming back up into the 70s Monday and Tuesday, and then back to normal temperatures on Thanksgiving and some rain.
Well, we all remember this edible mascot from last year's Pop-Tart Bowl. It's coming back this year with triple edible options. 3 edible mascots will be competing for the chance to be toasted. Wild Berry, Hot Fudge Sundae, and a mystery fan favorite flavor headed back to the shelves. The 3rd edible mascot flavor will be revealed in the coming weeks across Pop-Tart's social channels. Exciting game there and really interesting sponsor. Well, that's it for our report for now. Thanks for watching us and have a great night.